Good evening, interns. Good evening, interns. This is your internship coordinator.
Good evening,
I hope you
sir.
all are healthy and doing well.
Good evening, sir. Good evening, sir.
Okay, so for today's session of the internship program, we have an exceptionally talented associate, Ms. Pritika Kaur, who is taking up the session on the application under section 156(3) of CRPC. Hope we have an informative and interactive session. Over to you, Pritika.
Thank you so much, Ayush. Am I audible?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Good afternoon, everyone. So, today's session is on the application under section 156(3) of CRPC. Before understanding that what is the procedure of this application, let's see that what is section 156 of CRPC. Is my screen visible?
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. Visible.
Okay. So section 156(3) of CRPC, it empowers the magistrate to take cognizance of those cognizable offences for which the FIR has not been registered. The first step in is that you will make a complaint to the SHO. Your complaint must contain that the cognizable offence which has been committed is there in your complaint. The police officer has two options. He will either take an action and file your complaint, and if not, he will not file a complaint. In case he doesn't take any action and आपकी FIR register नहीं करते हैं, then you will go to the second step, which is that you'll make a complaint to the higher authority or to the DCP. The provision for the same is being given under section 154, subsection 3 of CRPC. Let's just read it. Just a second.
Excuse me, ma'am.
Yes.
Ma'am, could you repeat it? Like it will be little bit confusing.
Should I repeat it from the starting?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Section 156 subsection 3 of CRPC, इसकी application का एक process होता है. उस process को पढ़ने से पहले let's understand कि 156(3) क्या होता है. जो magistrate होते हैं उनके पास power होती है कि जो cognizable offence हुआ है वो उसकी cognizance अपने हाथ में ले सकते हैं और FIR के लिए आगे बोल सकते हैं. उन्होंने मैटर अपने अंडर लिया जिस ऑफेंस के लिए FIR रजिस्टर होनी चाहिए, लेकिन FIR रजिस्टर नहीं हुई है. उसका क्या रीजन था, किस वजह से नहीं हुआ, ये सारा कॉग्निजेंस मैजिस्ट्रेट अपने हाथ में ले लेते हैं. तो ये जो एप्लीकेशन ऑफ 156(3) है, इसका एक प्रोसीजर है. द फर्स्ट स्टेप इज आप अपने कंसर्न्ड SHO के पास जाते हो और अब कंप्लेन बनाओगे. आपकी कंप्लेन में आपको क्लियरली मेंशन करना है कि ये जो है कॉग्निजेबल ऑफेंस एक हुआ है, वो आपकी कंप्लेन में मेंशन होना चाहिए. जो पुलिस ऑफिशियल है या तो वो कंप्लेन रजिस्टर कर लेंगे. अगर वो कंप्लेन रजिस्टर नहीं कर रहे यानी कि उन्होंने कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया, तो आप इसके बाद आप क्या करोगे? द नेक्स्ट ऑप्शन विच यू हैव इज दैट आप कंप्लेन टू द हायर अथॉरिटीज करोगे. DCP या किसी भी हायर अथॉरिटी के पास आप जाओगे और इसका प्रोविजन जो है वो है सेक्शन 154 के थर्ड सबसेक्शन में. आई एम रीडिंग इट. Any person aggrieved by a refusal on the part of an officer in charge of a police station to record the information referred to in subsection 1 may send the substance of such information in writing and by post to the superintendent of police concerned, who, if satisfied that such information discloses the commission of a cognizable offence, shall either investigate the case himself or direct an investigation to be made by any police officer subordinate to him, in the manner provided by this code, and such officer shall have all the powers of an officer in charge of the police station in relation to that offence. जो आप हायर अथॉरिटी को कंप्लेन करोगे, अब उनके पास आ जाएगा पार कि अगर आप उनको कंप्लेन कर रहे हो तो वो उसके लिए एक एक्शन ले। ये सेक्शन 154 सबसेक्शन 3 में प्रोविजन दिया है कि आप हायर अथॉरिटीज के पास जाओ, आप उनको कंप्लेन दो। जी मैंने एसएचओ यानी कि आपके सबऑर्डिनेट हायरार्की में कंप्लेन की थी लेकिन उसका कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया गया है। अगर आपकी हायर अथॉरिटीज के बाद भी कंप्लेन करने के बाद कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया जाता, देन अंडर सेक्शन 156(3) ऑफ सीआरपीसी आप कंप्लेन टू द मैजिस्ट्रेट करोगे। 156(3) of CRPC. Any magistrate in part under section 190 may order such an investigation as above mentioned. अब होता क्या है कि जब आपने मैजिस्ट्रेट को अपनी कंप्लेन करी, आप अपनी एप्लीकेशन के साथ सपोर्टिंग एफिडेविट साथ में लगाओगे एंड इट हैज टू बी अटेस्टेड बाय द ओथ कमिश्नर। जब आपने अपनी एप्लीकेशन को सपोर्टिंग एफिडेविट व्हिच हैव बीन अटेस्टेड इन्हें सबमिट कराते हो, तो आपकी जो एप्लीकेशन है वो फैसिलिटेशन सेंटर में सबमिट होती है। जो फैसिलिटेशन सेंटर है वो कंसर्न जज के सामने आपका मैटर प्लेस करेंगे। When your matter is being placed in front of the concerned judge, आपको within 1 day या within 2 days, 7 days के पीरियड के within आपका जो मैटर है वो लिस्ट हो जाएगा फॉर हियरिंग या फिर फॉर कंसिडरेशन। The facilitation will inform you कि आपकी so and so डेट लग गई है। Once there is a date for your hearing, आप कोर्ट में अपीयर होते हो, you will appear in the court and you will present your case in front of the judge. आप जज को बताओगे that you made a complaint to the SHO or to the higher authorities और आपकी कंप्लेन में cognizable offense has been clearly mentioned. जो जज हैं वो आपकी आर्गुमेंट्स सुनेंगे उसके बाद। You will also mention in your complaint that the police officials they were duty bound and for so and so reason उन्होंने आपकी complaint register नहीं करी। ये आप अपने जज के सामने रखते हो। The judge will give orders to call for ATR. I'll just show you. This is the ATR, action taken report. The judge will ask the SHO, the concerned SHO, to provide a ATR on the डेट एज पर दी ऑर्डर। जो भी वो आपकी नेक्स्ट ऑर्डर की डेट होगी वो कंसर्न्ड एसएचओ को बोलेंगे कि आप एक एक्शन टेकन रिपोर्ट लेकर आओ टू अंडरस्टैंड दैट व्हाट वाज द कॉज और व्हाट वाज द सिनेरियो कि उनकी कंप्लेन रजिस्टर नहीं हुई। This is the ATR report in the court of so and so and the jurisdictions court complex. The FIR number, the date, under section, आपकी कंप्लेन में कौन कौन से सेक्शंस लगे हुए थे एज पर कंप्लेन होते हैं ये। दिस इज द कंसर्न पुलिस स्टेशन इन द मैटर ऑफ सो एंड सो दिस वर्सेस दिस। सो दिस इज व्हाट द स्टेटस रिपोर्ट और द ATR रिपोर्ट लुक्स लाइक। इसमें पूरे ब्रीफ केसेस होते हैं, ब्रीफ फैक्ट्स होते हैं, सॉरी ब्रीफ फैक्ट्स ऑफ द केस कि ये कंप्लेन में ये केस फैक्ट्स थे और हमने इस वजह से ये रजिस्टर नहीं करी। क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली अगर उन्होंने रजिस्टर करी है तो बात यहाँ तक नहीं आती, बट बिकॉज दे हैव नॉट टेकन एन एक्शन फॉर द सेम थिंग, सो दिस इज अ रिपोर्ट व्हिच फैसिलिटेट्स द रीजंस। So the SHO will present the ATR report on the next date of hearing. जब SHO ये रिपोर्ट आगे कोर्ट में प्रेजेंट करते हैं, the copy of the same report is provided to you and you are given time to prepare for your arguments. You are further given a date. आप अपनी arguments place करते हो, अपनी बात सारी जज के आगे रखोगे. After the arguments, the judge will decide कि whether the cognizable offense has been committed or it hasn't been committed. अगर जज को लगता है कि हाँ ऑफेंस हुआ है तो वो डायरेक्ट करते हैं SHO को टू रजिस्टर एन FIR, बट अगर जज को लगता है कि देयर इज नो सॉलिड कंप्लेन या फिर कोई कॉग्निजिबल ऑफेंस नहीं हुआ है, द जज मे ऑन हिज डिस्क्रिशन डिसमिस योर एप्लीकेशन. अगर आपको लगता है कि डिसमिस एप्लीकेशन नहीं होनी चाहिए थी, सो यू हैव अ रेमेडी टू गो टू द प्रोविजनल रिविजनल कोर्ट्स अंडर सेक्शन 397 ऑफ CRPC. और हमारे रिविजनल कोर्ट्स यानी कि आप सेशन कोर्ट्स के पास जा सकते हो अपनी एप्लीकेशन को फर्दर लेकर. I'll be sharing a format or a draft of the same application with you all.
Ma'am, I'm extremely sorry to interrupt. Could you repeat the last point, please, about section 397?
Okay. In case after the arguments, the judge feels that the cognizable offense which you've mentioned in your complaint is not solid enough to be taken into cognizance, what he'll do is he'll dismiss your application. And then if you feel that this dismissal is not in your favor, you can further go to the revisional courts, that is the session court, and the provision for the same is provided in section 397 of CRPC.
Understood, ma'am. Thank you.
So this is the application under section 156(3) CRPC.
Ma'am, if it is cognizance, then police will have to register the report. If
Yes.
judge feels that it is a cognizable offense, then police will have to register the report.
Yes, the police will have to register the report if it is a cognizable offense. Now what happens is that police authorities are a chain between the public and the judicial things. So what happens is कि अगर हर छोटी चीज के लिए the police will start taking the FIR, the legal process in our country is very slow. If certain matters can be handled without filing the FIR or doing out of court settlements, then it is always better, because the process in the court will automatically become a little speedy. So that is the reason कि police officers कुछ cases में कोशिश करते हैं कि without FIR register करें, out of court settlement या किसी तरीके के ऐसे हो जाए. Am I clear?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so I'll start with the draft. It starts with in the court of CMM of the respective courts of the jurisdiction. There's this application number. Okay, before I start with the draft, there are a few things which you need to keep in mind when you're making this application, which is the border. You need to keep this in mind that the border from the above and the left is the same, and all the applications filing should be done on A4 size only. You need to keep in mind the fonts. All these guidelines have been there from the prescribed order of Delhi High Court. Okay, so moving further, in the matter of whosoever is the complainant versus the accused. This is the index which will share the memo of the parties, the application under section 156, and any supportive documents, any supportive affidavit which you want to attach with your application to make it more strong will go in annexures. So this is the index. For example, this particular case is about check bounce. So you're adding the copy of the check issued as an extra, and these are the conversations, the email and WhatsApp chats, along with certificate of 65B of Indian Evidence Act. The two mandate documents which need to be there in your application are these two. The complaint which you filed before the SHO and the complaint which you filed before the DCP, these two mandate documents should be there with your application. The wakalatnama, and then who is the concerned party who's issued it. Okay, so this is the memo of the parties. This remains the same. This is the memo of the parties. You will be giving complete details of the respondent and the latter party, the applicant and the latter party, their names, their address, and everything. There may be one or more than one party, so you will be giving the details of all the people involved. So this is the main application. The name of the police station is mentioned over here, and the subject reads out the application under section 156(3) of CRPC to give direction to SHO of concerned police station to register an FIR under section so and so. The sections depend upon the application. What all sections do you think are there? So this is the subject. Now this is the main body of your complaint. All the brief facts, the things which you think should be mentioned in your complaint, all those details are here in the body. Now all these paragraphs, they depend upon the brief facts of the case. But there are a few mandate paragraphs which need to be there in your application. Like starting from the 20th number, I'll read out that till date, local police as well as the higher authorities has not taken any step to save the rights of the applicant and offences committed against him. This is a mandate paragraph which should be there in your application, which states that हमने पहले SHO को और higher authorities को दोनों को अपने end से complain करी है, but there was no action taken. The 21st para says that in such circumstances, the applicant is left with no other option except to file the present application before this honorable court. यानी कि हम पहले दो जगह जहाँ पे हमें अप्लाई करना था हम वहाँ कर चुके अप्लाई, but there was no action which was taken. So now the applicant is left with no other option but to present the application before this honorable court. The next para says that in the event of refusal of police authorities to register the case and investigate the same, this honorable court is empowered under section 156(3) of CRPC to direct the police to register the case, conduct investigation and submit report. जब पुलिस ऑफिशियल्स ने मना कर दिया किसी भी तरीके का एक्शन लेने के लिए ऑन आर कंप्लेन, सो सेक्शन 156(3) ऑफ CRPC इट एम्पावर्स दिस ऑनरेबल कोर्ट कि वो डायरेक्ट करें that the concerned police station registers the case, conducts investigation and then submits the report. That it becomes very necessary and imperative that the matter should be investigated and inquired by the police as the case involves a serious offense which needs to be investigated by police so that the true facts can be brought on surface by core investigation. They are asking कि आप investigate कराओ इस matter को so that the cognizable offense which we are talking about इसकी ढंग से investigation हो सके and there are more facts which can come out on the plane. This is the prayer. जो आप मेन प्रेयर में अपना बोलते हो वो ये बोलते हो that direct the SHO of the concerned police station to register an FIR against the above noted accused person and investigate the matter as per law. You can add also any other thing which you want. जैसे कि इस केस में अगर लगता है कि वो लोग कंट्री छोड़कर जा सकते हैं तो आप अपनी प्रेयर में ये भी डाल सकते हो, बट दिस इज एडिशनल. ये तो होगा ही होगा कि आप डायरेक्ट करो SHO को कि वो आपकी कंप्लेन रजिस्टर करे, बिकॉज द मेन जिस्ट ऑफ दिस एप्लीकेशन इज कि आपके SHO ने आपकी कंप्लेन पे कोई एक्शन नहीं लिया, आपकी FIR ही रजिस्टर नहीं करी, तो आप जज से कहते हैं कि आपका मेन जो वो है प्रेयर वो यही है कि आप अपनी पहले कंप्लेन रजिस्टर कराएं. द सेकंड इज कि अगर आपको लग रहा है कि द अक्यूज्ड पार्टीज कैन लीव द कंट्री एंड गो, सो यू कैन आल्सो प्रे टू सरेंडर और सीज देयर पासपोर्ट्स. एंड द थर्ड वन इज एनी फर्दर रेमेडी व्हिच द कोर्ट feels should be fit enough. This is the end of your application, the main application, and here it is, the affidavit. You will be giving a brief, a gist of the entire complaint of yours, and then you'll be verifying the same. And this is the certificate under section 65B of Indian Evidence Act. ये हर एप्लीकेशन के साथ नहीं लगता, हमने अपने इंडेक्स में इसका डाला था बिकॉज आपने देखा होगा हमने अटैच की अपनी ईमेल्स एंड व्हाट्सएप चैट. कभी भी आप कोई इलेक्ट्रॉनिक डिवाइस से रिलेटेड एविडेंस डालते हो देन यू नीड टू अटैच दिस सर्टिफिकेट फॉर द सेम. सो दिस इज ऑल अबाउट एप्लीकेशन अंडर सेक्शन 156(3) of CRPC. Any doubts, everyone? We are done with the application and I've shared the same with you. There's one more thing which I'd like to add. There is a landmark judgment. You can please note it down. A landmark judgment of Lalita Kumari versus State of UP. It is a constitutional bench judgment. 5 judges bench was involved, and the citation is AIR 2012 SC 1515. You can refer the same judgment for better understanding of this application.
Ma'am?
Yes.
Ma'am, what was this case was about?
It is about the application, that how was this got into use, कि application आप कैसे फाइल कर सकते हो, इसके बारे में इसमें यही बताया हुआ है.
Okay, ma'am.
कि आप कैसे यूज कर सकते हो अपनी, जब आपकी कंप्लेन को नहीं रजिस्टर कर रहे या कैसे करें, तो हाउ डू यू गो टू द मैजिस्ट्रेट और आगे का प्रोसेस आप कैसे करोगे.
Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Any other questions?
Ma'am, you said that if a magistrate dismiss the complaint, then remedy is section 397, na?
Yes, section 397 of CRPC.
Okay, ma'am.
You can go to the revisional code, which will be the session code.
Thanks, ma'am, for help.
Ma'am, this action taken report, is this mandatory only under this section, or is it mandatory in all other cases?
So it is, I'd like Manoj sir to please take up this question. Sir?
Yes. Yes, Avantika, please repeat your question.
Sir, action taken report, is this mandatory only under this section, or does the SHO has to maintain this report in all the other cases?
All the other cases in respect to section 156(3) only. In suppose or magistrate or a concerned judge can anytime ask for the same. If he requires, then the SHO's indulgence is necessary for the decision of the case.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
There is one question by Anmol Pandey. Can we approach the High Court under Article 226 against non-registration of FIR? Yes, we can very much approach the Honorable High Court under the writ of mandamus, but Honorable High Court will not entertain it. Yes, you can file it, because if there is an alternate remedy available, so there is no right available under Article 226. Right, Anmol?
Ma'am, I want to ask, like, what could be reasons that in which a police officer could not register the complaint? Like, what are the certain factors they think that this is not?
Can I explain this?
Yes, sir, please.
See, as you all are aware कि पुलिस वालों की जो images हैं वो ज़्यादा अच्छी नहीं है हमारी society में. Sometimes they charge money from the accused. Sometimes they weaken the case. Right? आप एक genuine complainant हैं और अगर कोई जिसको आपने accused या जिसको आपने allegation जिसके against आपने लगाए हैं, he is a well-being person and he is an influential person, so definitely police will not take any action against him. We all are aware about it. So that's why these remedies are available under criminal laws, so that a layman or a normal man can get the justice from the court.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
Ma'am,
Yes,
ma'am, good evening.
good evening.
Ma'am, if an application is filed under 156(3), can the magistrate take it as a complaint under section 200?
Yes, he can. He can.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir.
He has a power, but generally they don't do it. They ask you to file another complaint under section 200. As
Okay, sir.
we can take it like this. There is no bar converting application under section 156(3) into a complaint under section 200.
Okay, sir.
But generally, Metropolitan Magistrate generally don't do it themselves. They ask you to file it again.
Okay, sir. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
There is one more question. Does the examination of question whether cognizable offense took place is equivalent to examination of complaint? No. Does the examination of question whether cognizable offense is equivalent? No. The procedure under section 200 of CRPC and procedure under section 156(3) of CRPC is totally different. That is a examination of complainant after post cognizant stage, and 156(3) is a pre-cognizant stage.
Any other questions?
देन सर तब तो बार नहीं लग जाएगा मतलब कोर्ट के पावर में, क्योंकि फिर उनको फिर डायरेक्ट करना ही पड़ेगा, क्योंकि ये प्रोसेस मतलब वन से स्टेप 2 ही जाएगा, मतलब
नहीं नहीं,
सीधे स्टेप।
आप दोबारा बताइए एक बार, क्या एक आप एग्जांपल देके
मैं ये
बताइए।
पूछ रहा था सर, जैसे कि मैं गया और मतलब वहाँ पे आर्ग्यूमेंट हो रहा है, मैं मतलब अपना वो बोला कि ये इसमें मेरे उसमें एफआईआर में कॉग्निजेबल ऑफेंस मैंने मेंशन किया था, इन्होंने उसको मतलब नोट डाउन नहीं किया है। तो मैं ये पूछ रहा हूँ सर कि जैसे सेक्शन 200 में सर वहाँ पे फिर एग्जामिनेशन कर लेते हैं, क्या बोलते हैं कि विटनेस और उसके, क्योंकि विटनेस भी तो वहाँ पे पहले
नहीं
मतलब
नहीं नहीं,
वो
एक्चुअली
आर्ग्यूमेंट देगा।
नहीं, अगर सी आफ्टर registration of FIR, the process of criminal trial is totally different. There, after registration of FIR, there is an investigation, there is a filing of final report, that is, we call it charge sheet. Thereafter, the arguments on charge, thereafter examination of witnesses, and this complaint under section 200 is completely different.
Okay sir.
Interns, do we have any other questions? Okay, well then I think we can conclude the session. So thank you very much, Pritika ma'am. Thank you very much, Manoj sir.
Thank you.
And we will see you in the next session. You will be intimated about the next sessions on the WhatsApp group. So please all take care and we'll see you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, Ayush. Thank you, all of you.